Hey everyone, and welcome back to Everything with Alina. I'm your host, Alina, and today we'll be unwrapping the emotional roller coaster behind Charli XCX's Brat track, Girl So Confusing, and Lorde's powerful response on the remix. This is a story about insecurity, female friendship, and just how the public perception and how they see you as a woman in the music industry, and how a song became such a meaningful act of reconciliation. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's about the Brat track Girl So Confusing, and when you listen to it, you can really tell that Charli kind of has like a love-hate relationship to this person. So on June 7th, 2024, Charli dropped her sixth studio album, Brat, a record praised for its lyrics and rave-ready production. But one of the songs quickly captured everyone's attention, Girl, So Confusing. Built on glitchy beats and auto-tune, the indie dance track explores a fraught friendship with an unnamed woman. Fans and critics immediately connected the dots and were saying, what if this is about Taylor Swift? What if this is about this person or this person? But ultimately, they all came to the conclusion it was Lorde. Lorde was also a singer at the time who also started at a young age. Lorde releasing Ribs and like Team and all of those songs when she was 15 and 16. So obviously being in the music industry at such a young age will make a toll on you as a person. Especially we can see this with Taylor Swift and like Ariana Grande and all Selena Gomez, all these people who started off young as kids. The lyrics touched on comparisons. Some lyrics saying, people say we're alike, they say we've got the same hair. This lyric was directly to the meme-fueled confusion between Charli and Lorde in their early careers, because if you just search up a picture of Lorde hair and Charli hair, it's that like big curly black hair. So when you look at them side by side, they do have the same hair. They do look alike. And in the song, as we continue going, Charli's verse openly questions whether Lorde resented her, like whether if Lorde was like, "Oh, you hate me. Are we friends?" Like that whole confusing look with the lyrics. Sometimes I think you might hate me. Maybe you just want to be me. She credits much of her insecurity to the pressure of living in someone else's shadow, even joking that the song felt like she was revealing too much of her personal life and personal struggles. If you go back into both of their careers, they started off like they're always somewhat battling for charts, or like, oh, I released this song, but Charli was like, oh, I'm releasing this album, but Lorde's doing really good and mine's just not doing as good. Maybe I should be more like her. Maybe I should be nothing like her. Maybe people are going to like my music instead and not hers. And this was also seen in an interview that you can still find when a reporter got Charli XCX mixed up with Lorde and was talking to Charli and asking her questions about Lorde's life, like how was it growing up here and all of this. And at first glance, you could be like, "Oh, this is so funny," but then when you think about Charli was living in Lorde's like shadow because Lorde was such a more popular person at the time. And in a Billboard interview, Charli admitted she tried and failed for a year to meet Lorde in person before releasing the song. But just a day before Brat premiered, she sent Lorde a voice memo revealing the song was about her and braced for impact. Lorde reportedly heard the track before receiving the memo, and her reaction was intense. She described feeling both deep empathy for Charli and mispresented herself, leaving her determined to respond. We're waiting to see what's Lorde going to say about this. What is there going to be a whole feud going on? Because this has been going on for years, like since the 2010s. On June 21st, 2024, they both dropped the Girl So Confusing version with Lorde. And in Lorde's verse, she mentions her struggles and insecurities that she was going on. So with some lyrics, I was so lost in my head and scared to be in the pictures because for the last couple of years, I've been at war with my body. Dots. She describes her personal battle with body image and apologizes for canceling plans, not out of hate, but out of fear and insecurity. So this goes back to when Charli was trying to meet up with Lorde, and Lorde just wasn't like always canceling plans. It wasn't like, oh, I hate you, I never want to talk to you, but more about, I don't want people to see me. I'm like, I have that fear of what people are going to judge me on what I look like, because I haven't been seen in a couple of years. I know nobody knows the real me and what's going on with me, that they're just going to start all this publicity stuff. And at the end of the song, we hear them say, I'm glad I know how you feel because I'd ride for you, Charli. It kind of shows that they've become friends. Like, they never really hated each other, and it was all misinterpretation, if that makes any sense. And critics said that the collaboration as a call and response therapy session, kind of like, it was a clubby, fun type song, like beats, but the lyrics were emotional and open. Fans and fellow artists responded emotionally. Millions related on social media, calling it healing to hear, a rare public display of vulnerability between two pop icons. And so many artists praised it and for its courage at the time when female artists felt pitted against each other. They felt like they were constantly at each other's throats, and the public would always be like, oh, like I had mentioned in other episodes of Sabrina Carpenter being put against Olivia Rodrigo. And it's kind of like, especially the women in the industry, they were talking about like hating each other or making each other not really like the other girl who's just trying to make music as well. And also in Lorde's version, and if you listen to the song, you can really hear how emotional Lorde was, with lyrics like, oh my god, I had no idea you felt this way, I'm so sorry, maybe I should be on a version of that song. That's what Lorde's response was to it. And then the remix was titled, it's one of the greatest pop collaborations of all time, because it just is so open and so vulnerable. I think that's what I really want to get out of it. Later, Lorde credited Brat and the experience of the following collaboration as an inspiration for her next album, which came out recently, which was a more unfiltered, raw songwriting approach. And by August, they were besties again. The artists appeared together on stage dancing at Charli's party at her birthday, proof that there was no tension between them. And in case you didn't see the Coachella, Charli brought out Lorde to perform Girl So Confusing, and you can really see the lyrics and how just powerful the collaboration is, because the collab was so, nobody expected it. And at first, when you would listen to it, you kind of think, oh, is this a diss track to Lorde? But then going back, you're like, no, this isn't a diss track. It's just, she's like kind of dissing her, but then she's more like asking, why do you hate me? Do you hate me? Did I do something wrong? So then when Lorde came to do her response, it was like, no, I don't hate you. I don't hate you. It's just, I was going through a lot of stuff myself. What started as internal anxiety turned into a shared artistic expression. The journey from suspicion to sisterhood via lyrics, voice notes, and public unity is a proof that sometimes vulnerability is the strongest bridge. And as Vogue said, it feels like a dialogue rather than like a song about hate. So that's the full story behind Girl So Confusing, a tale of doubt, transparency. It isn't petty drama, it's emotional truth. Thanks for tuning in to Everything with Alina. I'm Alina, and I'll see you next episode. I love you guys so much.